So, dear students, we have seen the half of the lesson, that is the summit within, uh, in the online classroom on the page number 78. Okay, I'll read the last paragraph again. Looking back, I find that I have not yet fully explained why I climbed Everest. It is like answering a question: why you breathe, why do you help your neighbors, why do you want to do good acts. There is no final answer possible. So he has a question. Even after he has himself answered this question in the previous dialogue, that why he actually climbed Everest, but there is no final answer. Every answer may vary by person. And then there is the fact that Everest is not just a physical climb. It is not a physical activity to climb the Mount Everest. The man who had been to the mountain top becomes conscious in a special manner of his own smallness in the large universe. You see, what happens actually, it's not like that the only feeling that comes, that feeling of proud to reach over there on the Mount Everest, but a feeling comes that when you are standing on the Mount Everest, you come to know that where you live is such a small place, right? 40% of India could be visible from Mount Everest. What it means? So what will be the look of the 40% area? What will be the look of a typical village? If you come from a village, that village will be so small, and that you are one out of the hundreds or thousand people in that village. So how smallest creature you are, that also comes to your mind when you go up there on the mountain. The physical consequence of the mountain is only part of the achievement. There is more to it than that. It is followed by a sense of fulfillment. See, the physical consequences of climbing a mountain, that is the achievement. Once you climb the Mount Everest, then no other mountain is difficult for you. You become physically strong enough for those challenges also. But there comes a sense of fulfillment, that achievement, success, celebrating success, that comes to your mind. There is the satisfaction of deep urge to rise above one's surrounding, and there comes a deep request to rise above one's surrounding. There comes the idea to rise the surrounding. Now you are not a small person, you are an Everest climber. So in surrounding you should be more stronger. It is the eternal love for adventure in man. It's not the ahluwalia only. In every man, in every human being, man and woman, everyone has this eternal love. The experience is no merely physical. It's not physical. You don't achieve the physical experience only, but you achieve several many things. You achieve the fulfillment, satisfaction. You achieve the feelings of smallness. With that, you achieve the feeling of highness. Okay? Proud feeling. So the experience is not merely physical, it is emotional, it is spiritual also. And especially if you are a Indian fellow, you get spiritual feeling also by climbing Mount Everest. Consider a typical climb towards the summit on the last height, and consider a typical climb towards the summit on the last height. You are sharing a rope with another climber you firm in. That means you have confidence with someone, and you are sharing a rope. See, they have a rope. If there are 10 members, they are carrying a rope. Everyone is in that rope, in that connection of the rope. If somebody falls down, the 9 others hold the rope, right? The rope is tied with 9 others, so those 9 other holding can bring the one who fell down. So that is safety purpose. He cuts the step in the hard ice, then he belays and you inch your way up, and the one who is there upside, the one who goes, he cuts the step, he makes some place to stand, and that stand is belayed for you, made for you. Okay, and then it is fixed, then he cuts a step and fix the rope also. How they climb, tracking you might have seen, there's a rope in one thread, in one rope, they all the team members are together, they are tied with that rope, and one by one they go on putting the हुक, एंड दैट हुक वो रोप का जो एक ये होता है, वो टाई करते रहते हैं, जैसे ऊपर का जाता है वो उस पर टाई कर देता है, फिर ऊपर जाता है उससे, है ना. तो ये ऐसे होता है, ऐसे वो ऊपर जाते हैं, और जो सबसे लास्ट में आता है वो उसका हुक्स निकाल के ऊपर चलता जाता है. सो इन दिस वे वो क्लाइंब करते हैं, इस तरह से क्लाइंबिंग की जाती है, इस तरह से ट्रैकिंग की जाती है. The climb is green. The climb is green. Okay, and you strain every nerve as you take every step, and you strain every nerve of your body is strained, stretched, used to take every step. हर step में use होती है, because that is very high mountain to climb. Famous climbers have left records of the help given by others, and famous climbers have kept the record, the help given by others, how they were helped to climb the mountains. They have kept the records. They have also recorded how they needed just that help, and they have also recorded that how they were about to climb the Mount Everest and how their journey was. So they have recorded, famous climbers, many, like Bachendri Pal, how she went, how she had the expenditure, how she went over there, how the traveling was there. She also has written, okay, a lesson on a book on it. They have also recorded how they needed just that help, else they might have given up. Breathing is difficult. Oxygen is very less at the higher altitude. So breathing becomes difficult. You curse yourself for having let yourself in for this, and then you curse yourself. Cursing, abusing, and you abuse yourself. क्यों लिया मैंने ये decision? Why I have taken this decision and came over here? You wonder why you ever undertook the ascent. You wonder, then you keep on surprising that what came to your mind that you took this ascent, the climb, why you took this expenditure, ऐसा decision क्यों लिया? You always wonder, you don't know. There are moments when you feel like going back, and there are moments, ऐसा भी वक्त आता है when you are physically so much tired that you feel to go back. There are so many difficulties. Due to difficulties, it would be sheer relief to go down instead of up, and you feel that it is better to go down instead of going up. There is something in you that does not let you give up the struggle, but there is something inside you, that eagerness of achievement, fulfillment does not let you to go back. It makes you to go up, and you go on. Your companion keeps up with you, and your companions, your fellow teammates, they keep up with you, they help you up. Just another 50 feet or 100 maybe, you ask yourself, and then you keep on telling, okay, just another 50 or 100 feet, बस इतना ही रह गया, चलो 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 जल्दी चलो ऊपर चलो. Is there no end? No, there's no end. It is not 50 or 100 feet, है ना, 50 या 100 feet नहीं है, हाँ? This Mount Everest is more than 8,400 feet something, 8 kilometer, more than 8 kilometer. So 50 and 100 की कोई कैलकुलेशन ही नहीं है, है ना. So 50 and 100 feet, there is no end. You have to go at the end after climbing 8,000 feet only. You look at your companion and he looks at you. You draw inspiration from each other. एक दूसरे को देखते हैं. These teammates are giving inspiration to each other. They're talking. They're on expedition. They are on trekking. So they need to inspire each other and help each other. And then without first being aware of it, you are at the summit. And without being aware, and you don't even notice that you are very close, and you directly on the summit. Looking around from the summit, you tell yourself that is worthwhile. That it was worthwhile. ये जो सारी मेहनत ली, worthwhile, वर्दी, काम की, needed to be the expected truth, reality, that is worthwhile. So then when you reach at the summit and look around, जब आप वहाँ पे पहुँच जाते हो और आसपास देखते हैं, तो you feel that yes, इतनी मेहनत लेके, इतना physical strain, physical tiredness you bear, and what you have achieved is really worthy, is really deserving. And you draw inspiration from each other, and then without first being aware of it, you are at the summit. Looking around from the summit, you tell yourself that it was worthwhile. Other silvery peaks appear through the clouds. There are other peaks. When you are looking down, the clouds are even down. You are above the clouds. You are above the clouds. And from the clouds, when the clouds scatter due to the air and all, then you find some silvery peaks. Silver. They are covered with ice, so they look silver edged. If you are lucky, the sun may be on them. The surrounding peaks look like a jeweled necklace around the neck of your summit. And if you means, it is even a rare chance sometimes that if the sun is there. Now this is due to geographical conditions. Okay, what time you started the expenditure. If you are going in rainy season, summer season, winter season, that makes. If you are going in summer season, the sun, definitely you will find the sun somewhere in the sky there. And if you are lucky enough, if you reach there in the morning, in the afternoon when the sun is there, that sun will make the other mountains shine and feel that these are like jewels, and you are at the summit. Below you see vast valley. Below you see vast valleys sloping into the distance, and there are valleys. The mountains are sloping down. It is an ennobling, enriching experience, or to just look down from the summit to the summit of a mountain. And this is ennobling, noble, making noble. It makes you with noble thoughts and nobling, reaching, making you rich, enrich. Okay, enrich, making you rich with the experience. So it is enriching experience and making to just look down from the mountain. So only looking down gives you such a rich experience that you have never seen, you had never had anywhere else. You bow down and make your obeisances and to whichever God you worship. So you bow down and you make your obeisance. So prayer, showing the obedience to the God, or praying the God, being thankful to the God. So you bow down there at the summit and worship your God. Thanks your God to make you reach there and keep you safe. You worship whichever God you worship. I felt on Everest a picture of Guru Nanak. Oh, see, I left on Everest a picture of Guru Nanak, and he left a picture. He kept a picture of Guru Nanak there on Mount Everest. Rawat left a picture of Goddess Durga. Rawat was his companion who left a picture of Goddess Durga. Fu Dorji left a relic of the Buddha, and Fu Dorji, maybe from Ladakh or Nepal. Okay, the name suggests Ladakh. This Dorji is a caste in Ladakh. So Fu Dorji left a relic of the Buddha. Edmund Hillary had buried a cross under a cane, a heap of rocks and stones in the snow. These are not symbols of conquest but reverence. These are not the symbols of victory. It's not the symbol of victory, right? That I came here, so I'll put my flag or my religious memories over here. That is not due to victory. It is not won. That Mount Everest is not won by somebody. It is not owned by somebody, right? It is the symbol of reverence. It is the symbol of respect. The experience of having climbed to the summit changes you completely. There is another summit inside you. It is within yourself. It is in your own mind. Each man carries within himself his own mountain peak. Every man has a mountain peak in his mind. ऐसा कुछ है हमारे मन में, अगर वो हम कंप्लीट कर लेंगे, उसका शिखर अगर हम एक बार will get it to, then we will be successful everywhere. We will be like heighted like the Everest, Mount Everest. He must climb it to reach to a fuller knowledge of himself. It is fearful and unscalable. It cannot be climbed by anyone else. You yourself have to do it. The physical act of climbing to the summit of mountain. So the summit inside you can be climbed by yourself only. Nobody else can come and climb it. Okay, and the physical act of climbing to the summit of a mountain outside. So physically you can climb a mountain which is outside, but mentally you have to climb the mountain which is there inside you. Is akin to the act of climbing the mountain within. So both the things are same. It is very hard to win your mind. The same way it is very hard to win the expediture on the Mount Everest. The effects of both the climbs are the same. Whether the mountain you climb is physical or emotional and spiritual, the climb will certainly change you. You climb any summit, even if you are not going to Mount Everest, it doesn't matter. Climb the summit within you, the peak in you, and your personality, emotional, spiritual will change. The climb will certainly change you. It teaches you much about the world and about yourself. And this expediture, climbing the summit within you, teaches you what you are actually, what are your qualities and what is the world actually. I venture to think that my experience is an Everester. I venture, made, dare, I dared. I tried with a hard decision. I dare to do. I venture to think, and I dare to think that my experience is an Everester. My experience is an Everester. Those who climb the Everester had provided me with the inspiration of face life's ordeals. Okay, so this Everester, experience of Everester, has provided him the inspiration to face the life's ordeals, life's problems, challenges of the problem. Okay, so whatever the challenges in the life he'll come across, he will be very easy to deal with them, because climbing Everest, even if it is physical, it is very hard to deal with. Climbing the mountain was a worthwhile experience. The conquest of the internal summit is equally worthwhile. The internal summit are perhaps higher than Everest. So conquering the summit within yourself is is also very important to conquer, to win. But which one is harder? The summit within you is more harder than the summit Mount Everest. Okay, HPS Ahluwalia. So this is the lesson about solve the exercise at home and send me the question answers written in your notebook. Send me the pictures, photos. Okay, good day, students.